What's up, everybody? It's Amrinder Singh, and you are listening to Learn Punjabi like a native podcast. The main purpose of this podcast is to teach you conversation in Punjabi and tell the difference between textbook type Punjabi and the real conversation in Punjabi. Now, let's kick this thing off. Today, we are going to learn four Punjabi words which are really important, in my opinion, because we use these words a lot. So I'm going to tell you the meaning of these words. So these words have multiple meanings, and I'll also explain with examples. All right. So first word is mada. Mada means weak or bad, or it could be a cruel, whatever. Basically a negative thing. So, for example, if you want to use it as a weak, somebody is so weak. In Punjabi we also say kamjor, but most of the time in colloquial Punjabi we use mada. We don't use kamjor as much. Mada, all right. For example, if you're talking about strength or weakness or whatever, right, then if we use mada, it means weak, right? For example, if I say ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਜਮੇ ਜਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਬੜਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਗਾ, alright, ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਜਮੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਬੜਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਗਾ, alright. So here, what does it mean? It means he has no strength and he is so weak. So here, mada means you're weak, alright. It didn't mean bad. So bad means, like, if I give you another example, for example, if I told you ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾ ਲਿਹਾਜ਼ ਪਾਈ, ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾ ਲਿਹਾਜ਼ ਪਾਈ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਾੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਗਾ, alright. So basically what I'm saying, don't make a friendship with that man. He is so bad guy or dishonest, whatever the hell he is. Basically he is not that kind of guy you can make a friendship with, alright. So that's what it means. Now mada means like a bad, or the guy who is basically not a friendship material, whatever the hell it is. So basically, Mada is the bad person who didn't do good things. Basically, if you wanna make a friendship with that person, probably he is gonna stab in your back, right? So that's what it means, Mada, right? It could mean weak, it could mean bad. So I just remind another word. So basically, this is gonna bonus vocabulary, Mada Mota, right? So Mada Mota means like a little bit. So probably you listen it a lot of times when we say, like, if somebody asks you, how much food do you need, right? We can say, "Bas mada mota de de," all right, mada mota. So basically, if you are gonna go translation word to word, mada, right? So mada means also as a little, right? It also is a little. And the mota means thick, right? So it doesn't make sense actually if you say, like, it's opposite word kind of, like mada, right, like a little and thick, right? So you can't see these words like that. When somebody say mada mota, right, when they use was, right, so it means little bit. If you ask me, did you eat the apple, I would say, ha, mada mota kha liya si, all right. It means I eat little bit. If you ask me, do you have money? I can say, ha, maade mote paise hai, right? So it means I have a little bit of money. So again, mada means weak, bad, and it could also mean a little, all right? So, but we mostly use it as a weak and bad. Sometimes it also used as little. Another word is jamming, right? You would also notice I also use this word jamming when I gave you first example about Mada word, right? If you didn't recognize that, so make sure you go back and listen it again. When I said ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਜਮੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਬੜਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਗਾ, right? ਜਮੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ. So basically ਜਾਨ means it could be a life, it could be a strength, right? Or it could be a power. So jama, what is the meaning of jama? Jama means like a plus. It means when you add something, right? When we say jamai, right? Jamai, so it becomes negative kind of thing. So basically, if I say ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਜਮੀ ਜਾਣੀ, it means he has no strength. ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਜਮੇ ਹੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ, alright? It means he had no money. So if somebody is using just jama, so it's a positive. It mean like if I give you example, ਉਹ ਰੋਜ਼ ਪੈਸੇ ਜਮਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਗਾ, right? It means he is adding money or he is saving money every day, right? Or the alternative word of jama is jod, right? ਉਹ ਰੋਜ਼ ਪੈਸੇ ਜੋੜਦਾ ਗਾ. It means he is adding money every day, he is saving money every day, all right? So it means add or save. But when we say jami, all right, jama'i, jami, so it means negative. It means what we are talking about, that thing, this thing didn't exist at all. Like mere kol ta jami paise nahi, right? It means I'm broke, right? I don't have money at all. So move to the next word, kbaad. This is also really good word or vocabulary to learn, kbaad. So this kbaad word means something is useless. For example, if there's a chair and one leg is broken of that chair, so you can't use it. It's useless. So basically, what it is kbaad. So if somebody has like a motorcycle or a car and they are useless, you can't use them, right? Because they are too old, they required a lot of repair, so you are not using them. So it's called kbaad, all right? So kbaad could be anything which is not useful, right? So basically, it is almost useless. Or if you want to fix them, you need a lot of work. So right, so everything that is useless considered as a kbaad. For example, I'm gonna give you some example. And the chair and one leg broken, and you wanna fix it, and probably I would say, ਇਹ ਕੁਰਸੀ ਦਾ ਕਬਾੜ ਆ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੂੰ ਠੀਕ ਕਰੇਂਗਾ, right? ਇਹ ਕੁਰਸੀ ਦਾ ਕਬਾੜ ਆ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਠੀਕ ਕਰ ਲੇਂਗਾ, right? So now what I said totally colloquial way. And so what I mean, what I said in Punjabi is like I was basically saying, you can't fix this chair because this is kbaad, all right? So probably you are thinking I didn't use any negative when I was speaking Punjabi, right? So this is why I always tell you, you need to learn colloquial Punjabi or conversational type Punjabi, because we speak differently a lot of the time. Like I say, ਤੂੰ ਕੁਰਸੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਠੀਕ ਕਰ ਲੇਗਾ, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਕਬਾੜ ਆ, right? So I didn't use any negative, but it's negative, right? When I say ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਠੀਕ ਕਰ ਲੇਗਾ, right? ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਠੀਕ ਕਰ ਲੇਗਾ. Now probably you would think that's the weird sentence. I said ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ. Kitte means where, right? Probably your mind is thinking like that. Like you're thinking like a where. How are you how are you gonna fit the where in the sentence? You can't fit that. So it didn't mean where here. That's why it's gonna be hard for you. When I said tum kithe, right? So it didn't mean like a where are you, something like that. So it means like basically it's too hard to do. You can't do it. Tum kithe theek kar lenge, right? You can't fix it. Tu kithe car chalayenga, right? It means you can't drive. If I say तू कित्थे शे सेव खा जाएगा, तू कित्थे शी सेव खा जाएगा, it means you can eat 6 apples, all right? So basically you would find out through the context here, like does it mean where? If somebody is using kitthe, does it mean where, or they are using it as a negative way? Anyway, this thing is for another lesson, so we will talk about another lesson. So now back to the topic. So another example, there's a motorcycle. I see the motorcycle, and it looks like almost useless, right? I can ask you, ਆ motorcycle ਤਾਂ ਯਾਰ ਕਬਾੜ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਆ motorcycle ਤਾਂ ਯਾਰ kbaad ਲੱਗਦਾ, right? So I'm asking you, like, it looks like a kbaad or it looks like a useless, and then you can reply, ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ kbaad ਹੀ ਆ, right? You can say yeah, so it's kbaad, right? Or you can say ਨਾ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਚੱਲਦਾ, right? It means no, it works well. That's what it means, all right? So we have also shops, a lot of shops here in of the kbaad. So what they do, so you can also sell useless things on their stores. You can pick your things and sell at their store, right? They will set the price, and if you both agree, you can sell that. Or even there's some small buyers. So what they do, they just go street by street and they ask for kbaad, right? And it could be anything. It could be just a piece of iron, it could be a piece of steel, it could be, so it could be piece of paper, right? Whatever. So there are a few things you can't sell, I know, but like things like plastic and like iron, steel, paper, that's what they like, that's what they buy, all right? So these are, I'm talking about the small buyers. So what they do, they sell it to in bigger shops and bigger stores. And even like if which are bigger stores, they also buy like uses cars, uses motorcycles. What they do, and they can also sell to somebody who thinks it's gonna work, who thinks they can fix that. So some people buy that. Anyway, the my purpose of telling this thing to just like make a picture of the kbaad, what kind of this thing is, all right? So keep in mind next time when somebody is using kbaad, basically it means something is useless, all right? So next word is, and the last word is jugaad, all right? So now, what is the jugaad? Jugaad is basically things, or you can, it could be a machine we make at home, right? Or this did not looks like properly developed, so it's kind of thing like it could do the job, but it's not high quality. I'm gonna give you some examples. For example, you buy a motor or you buy a engine and you fit it to your bicycle, right? Now what you can do, you can ride a bicycle to that engine, right? So you don't need to make a pedal or do the pedal, right? And basically you made a bike at home, right? So it's basically bike now, but it's not high quality bike. So basically you did that at home. So what you do, you make a jugaad, right? So in Punjabi you can say aata jugaad lata, right? So like it, we make a jugaad, right? So basically sometimes in Punjab, I don't know, you see, but we can see here a lot of people, they made a trolleys of the motorcycle here. What they do when they go to the farm, they pick up the stuff. So how they do, they just like we have a local mechanics. So just like they can make trolleys and you can buy from them. So basically it's not a developed by a company. So what the people do, just people make a trolley for a motorcycle, right? So which is so like unnatural or weird, right? So what they made a jugaad, all right? And another example, and just supposed to, like you are going to cross the river and you have no boat, and but you collect the woods and you made a boat, right? So you made a boat to like just across the river. So what you did, you make the jugaad, all right? So sometimes people also say in Punjab, like when they think of the idea, they say like aja koi jugaad laune hai, aja koi jugaad laune. Basically what they are saying, they are just like inviting you, like come, probably we're gonna talk and we're gonna make a jugaad, right? So what does it mean? They are so basically what they're gonna do, they're gonna think about idea, right? It could be probably they're talking about solving a problem, whatever the hell. So basically they say jugaad launi, right? So basically we are gonna find the solution, right? So it's also used as a solution because jugaad, what is the jugaad? Which fulfill your needs, right? Maybe it's too expensive to buy that thing in the market, but you build it yourself, right? So you solve the problem, you find the solution. So sometimes people, when they think the idea, they also say aja koi jugaad laune, right? So this is so fucking informal language, right? You won't see in the book. So that's why I'm telling you guys. Another example, if somebody tells me ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਉਹਨੇ jeep ਲਿਆਂਦੀ ਹੈ, right? It means like I heard that person bought a jeep, right? So I can say ਨਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਜਗਾੜ ਹੀ ਲਾਇਆ, right? It means I said no, like he just like bought a kind of thing jeep, but it's not exactly jeep. He made it a home, whatever. He like collect the parts and he made it looks like jeep, but he didn't buy from a company, stuff like that, right? No, only the jigadi le. That's what I mean. Like it's not a jeep, but he made it looks like jeep. All right. So I can give you another example. For example, I'm fixing the motorcycle. I'm trying to fix my motorcycle, but I'm trying to figure out like how to fix it, right? And probably you came and you asked me what I'm doing. I told you I'm fixing the motor. I'm trying to fix it, and you also looking at me. You also thinking about. Then I can say, "तू लामेगा कोई जुगाड़ फिर?" What does it mean? It means like, do you have any idea to fix it, right? So now, so jugaad means also could be idea, like I already told you, all right? So basically, jugaad means something you created by yourself or created by some local people, right? So that's jugaad. So, if you think you are getting the value from this podcast and you wanna support this podcast, then you can support it through Patreon and PayPal. Links are in the description. Everything would be appreciated. It would also help this podcast to grow more. By the way, if you had time to understand Punjabi pronouns like active pronouns, passive pronouns, possessive pronouns, then check out my new ebook. It's completely free. Link is in the description. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and learned something new today. I'll be back with another lesson in another day.